Good mornings, all respected committee. My name is Anticancer. Today I would like to present a topic of cancer chemopreventive potential hydrolysates from hermitaries and larvae on chemically induced liver and colon carcinogenesis in rats. So first of all, I would like to introduce about the cancer chemoprevention, which is the use of the natural compounds that can suppress the carcinogenesis process. For the source of the chemopreventive agent, which can form the dietary phytochemicals or animals, but today we're gonna talking about the source from the insects. For now, the people in every country around the world use insect as alternative food source due to the show the highest of the protein content and the lowest of the greenhouse gas when compared with the outer livestock. So back to the possibility that we can use insect as a chemopreventive agents. For now, they found the anti-cancer activity that consists in various insects, but the anti-cancer activity that consists in bacteriophytes has not been reported yet. So what is the bacteriophytes? Bacteriophytes at the lower stage show the highest of the protein content. It can be hydrolyzed with the commercial enzyme and produce other bioactive peptides. Recently, they found Anticancer and bomerane, which are the commercial enzymes that produce antioxidant activity from the BSFL proteins. So then we compare two enzymes together and the result found that using Anticancer alone produce the highest of the antioxidant activities when compared with the bomerane. So then we decide to use Anticancer enzyme for the determination of bioactivity using this assay. So the result found that glutamine hydrolysates with the highest molecular weight present antioxidant activities, whereas the lowest of the molecular weights present anti-inflammation, anti-mutagenicity, and anti-cancer activities. Based on this finding, we thought like glutamine hydrolysates may be considered an alternative source of the cancer chemoprevention. Anyway, the cancer chemopreventive activity should be investigated using in animal model. In the food industry, freeze dye and spray dye are the most popular in food dyeing process. From the difference of the advantage, we thought like maybe cancer activities from different process might be different. To compare the cancer chemopreventive activities, we prepared the sample into two ways, including freeze dye and spray dye respectively. Another reason that we talk about the spray dyeing process is glutamyl peptide. Pyroglutamyl peptide, which is a peptide that has glutamyl residue, after heating it cyclides itself to be the pyroglutamyl peptide and promote of the various bioactivities. We thought like maybe the spray dyeing process might increase these pyroglutamyl peptide groups. Then lead to the objective of this study, to compare the influence of dyeing process on the cancer chemopreventive activities and the amounts of the resistant bioactive peptide in animal model. Briefly about the mechanism of the carcinogen in this study. In this study, we used DN and DMS for the induction of liver and colon carcinogenesis. DN was changed by CYP2E1 and produced of the lead active metabolite that can cause DNA mutation. Another, DNS was changed by the same enzyme and can cause the DNA methylation. In the end of the experiment, we will determine of the perioplastic lesions, including GSTP and ACF. For the experimental timeline is 15 weeks. The lab will receive glutamine without hydrolysis, glutamine hydrolysis spray dye, and freeze dye at the low dose and high dose. At the end of the experiment, we will determine GSTP, which is the early stage of the last hepatocarcinogenesis using immunohistochemistry. So the result found that at the high dose of the spray dye and freeze dye reduce the GSTP number in every size with no significant difference when compared with each other. Next is the GSTP areas. The result of the GSTP areas and number tend to be in the same direction. For the tumor markers of the colon cancer at the early stage, we count ACF. The result found that spray dye and freeze dye at a high concentration reduce of the ACF number significantly different when compared with the positive group and show no significant when compared with each other. After mucosal digestion, we determine of the pyroglutamyl peptide, which is a resistant peptide. So the result found that freeze dye and spray dye share a similar major pyroglutamyl peptide, but the peptide content freeze dye is higher than spray dye. So go to the conclusion. Freeze dye and spray dye show the cancer chemopreventive activities and share the similar of the resistant bioactive peptides, but the amount of these pyroglutamyl peptide freeze dye is higher. For the next experiment, we would like to determine inhibitory mechanism including these assay. For the acknowledgement, I would like to thank my advisor, Assistant Professor Dr. Levan Wongpumchai, Professor Kenji Sato, and Mr. Atiwat Pongsitasin, and all members. Thank you for your kind attention.